7:40 tonight when it's time for Detroit Red Wings hockey. The Wings taking on those dreaded Philadelphia Flyers. Woj, which does raise the obvious question.
Oh, that's right. Okay, the Wings are playing the Flyers tonight. Down there, we'll be down there at the Motor City Casino with the Bogey Kid.
Oh, yeah.
But, Stoney.
Yeah.
When the Red Wings face the Philadelphia Flyers tonight, who do you think you will be rooting for?
Let's see. I like cheesesteaks better than Coney's, but I like the Red Wings better than the Flyers.
Whoa, that's different.
Wow, we haven't heard that before.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Hey, Wojo.
Yeah?
What do you think of the first playoff poll that was released yesterday?
I thought it was mildly interesting. They definitely, wanted, I think, to throw a little curveball there with Texas A&M at number 4 and Washington at number 5, the other unbeaten, besides the mighty Broncos. But you know what I think that reflected more than anything? This is my takeaway, is that the College Football Committee views it as Alabama and then the rest of the world, because they viewed A&M's 33-14 loss to Alabama as, hey, not that bad. It was against Alabama, and put them at number 4. To me, and you look at the early lines out of Vegas, what Bama would be favored over by like 6 to 9 points over every other team in the top 5.
How does Penn State, who lost to Michigan 49-10, become 12th?
That's how good Michigan is, right?
Oh, well, it's funny you guys would bring that up because I pointed that out on the. You guys ever go on the Twitter? I was on the Twitter last night.
That's a dangerous, dangerous place.
Yeah. Because the game got bored, the baseball game, because the Jake Arriola guy was just mowing down the Indians.
What did I say?
What did I say? So I put that out on the Twitter, and the little Penn State dorks came crawling. All I said was Penn State became the first team in the history of any sport to be ranked 12th in any poll after losing a game 49-10. And, oh, my God, our defense was beat up then. We're much better since then. And on and on. Oof, whew. Didn't want to face that last night.
With Michigan on Saturday against Michigan State, and you've covered this. This has been well plowed, Woj. But you are one of those who believes that, you know what, a win is a win. They went in, they beat a rival, something they hadn't done in a long time. Both fan bases seemed very, not even, testy might not be there. I'll say unsettled. Both fan bases seemed very unsettled with how it all finished out on Saturday. Do you think they should be more settled?
Unsettled is a good word, or unsatisfied maybe.
No, I like unsettled.
I kind of like unsatisfied.
Okay, whatever.
But, yeah, no, they should be more settled or satisfied with it. And no, I'm not handing Michigan State a moral victory and say, here, take it, kiddo, and, patting them on the head at all. And Michigan, I'm not going to say they were due for a game like that, but it is a rivalry game. Their defense hasn't been playing 4 quarters at all, generally, because they usually have the game wrapped up. It's not an excuse. It looked like they let down. It looked like Harbaugh kind of got conservative a bit in the second half as well. So I wouldn't be alarmed. Michigan's defense showed some holes that we hadn't seen, but the flip side is Wilton Speight had the best game of his career in a big rivalry game on the road, and that is encouraging.
What did you make of D'Antonio going for 2? Do you think it was to put something in Michigan's head, or do you think it was a statement that he wanted his team to make?
Yeah, I think he wanted to leave that game where everybody said Michigan State was going to be blown out. Everybody. I think he wanted to leave that game. I don't know if 30-25 looked better, but just the idea of last 2 plays, we ran the ball into the end zone, or we got the ball in the end zone. Touchdown and then 2-point conversion, and we outscored them, whatever, in the fourth quarter. A little mental trick, and to me, obviously it was stupid, A, because it didn't work, and B, who cares between 30-24 and 30-25? But I think he was just looking for any little thing to wave coming out of that game, and he had some things to wave. Ultimately, the Spartans fought hard.
Oh, we're talking to Wojo. He will be broadcasting live from Motor City Casino tonight, part of what's been voted the sexiest duo in Detroit radio, the Wojo and Bogey Show tonight.
Yep,
from 6 up until Red Wings hockey when they get set to take on the Flyers. All right, let's get to Game 7 tonight, Woj.
Big game.
Are the loins girded?
Oh, I will be wearing my cleats and my baseball gloves.
Just like Jim Harbaugh.
Yes, in the living room. Oh, no. I will watch all Game 7 because I don't think I'll double check. Stoney would probably know because he's a big NFL honk. I don't think they're putting a crappy NFL game up against him.
No.
That's tomorrow.
You got it all to yourself tonight. Now, we were talking about this earlier. It's our contention that the play last night in the first inning is the greatest big game blunder that either of us can ever remember seeing in terms of just, look, guys miss free throws like your boy Nick Anderson, and guys, Bill Buckner made a famous error. But, that was Little League. That was below Little League. That was like T-ball pitching machine bullcrap last night.
Yeah, and then later in the game, when it didn't matter as much, the Little Indians outfielders had a little miscommunication as well.
Yeah.
And I know in the broadcast they were talking about, you don't see, usually with the home team, like crowd noise isn't a factor because the crowd isn't going bonkers when the other team hits a fly ball. So it was kind of inexplicable. Now, there is a chance that even without that Addison Russell at some point still might have hit a grand slam, and that Jake Arriola still might have shut them down for most of the time he was in.
What did you say?
What did I say? There is a chance that both of those things still would have happened.
No, there's no chance. That was it. That was the game right there. They catch that, it's 1-0, and they killed them with a first and third rally. But it's
inexplicable at times, yes. And just imagine tonight, you thought Game 6 was soaked with tension. Game 7 tonight, the Klubster going for the third win. And that guy for the Cubs, I looked him up. You know, that Kyle Henderson, I think his name is?
Kyle Hendricks.
15 straight scoreless.
He led the National League in ERA, the majors in ERA, I believe.
Breaking news.
Nobody knew that?
No, they did actually, because it's a kept statistic. It's one of the main ones, actually.
Really?
Yeah.
I might be being distracted right now because I'm looking out at my yard and looking at all the leaves, and I go through this. I don't have to rake them, right?
No, you have somebody do it for you.
You
Right?
mulch them.
No. I either blow them into somebody else's yard or I just let them sit there all winter.
Yeah, they'll end up fertilizing your lawn.
Right?
You'll be fine. Don't worry about that.
I've heard that. That's what I'm sticking with.
Wojo, who's winning the game tonight, though?
Oh, I'm going with the Cubbies.
Now, here's the question, because you're generally opposed to history happening ever, including I think you were against women voting back in the day as well. You like things the way they are. You like the status quo. So do you want the Cubs to win the World Series?
Well, because it'd be history for the Indians too.
It would, and Cleveland would be very annoying.
We would smell the stench of the beer from Cleveland here in Detroit. There would be so much in the smoke and the party. We don't need that. And I know Chicago's not that far away either. But, the Cubbies haven't been quite as annoying this series as I thought they would be, although that would change with a win today. And Joe Madden would immediately be elevated as the biggest genius in sports, not named Bill Belichick, probably, right?
Or Jim Harbaugh.
Oh, I'm sorry, Jim Harbaugh, too, right?
Right.
Sorry, Jim, meant to put you first. Yeah. So,
but Terry Francona's going to the Hall of Fame, so if he wins.
Well, if the Indians win, then he will certainly be hailed. And I did think it was interesting what Madden did with Aroldis Chapman last night. Put him in and then go, probably shouldn't have put him in, and took him out. And
yeah, he almost got hurt.
Yeah, no, that was going to be, but I'm sure he's fine to pitch today.
Well, Osmus would have waited until the 11th to use him. Woj?
Osmus would still be hanging on to Kluber for a possible Game 9, right? Oh, see, that's unfair.
How dare
we
you?
have to take shots at the end.
All right. Have a great week. We'll talk to you next Wednesday.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye-bye. There he is, Wojo. Wednesdays with Wojo. Coming up next, Red Wing.